Hi guys, this is Dr. Suraj Nair. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So after my last video, that was the interview video with Dr. Shweta, I got a few messages on my Instagram from some of my juniors and even some of my batchmates who couldn't clear their FMG along with me. So like they wanted a kind of detailed strategy on how to go ahead with the preparation, and also some of them wanted how to manage time during like their postings for the juniors, like during their posting, how to manage time and how much time to give for studies and all those things. So I was like, okay, so let's make a video on that. So before I start, let me introduce myself first, because last time I couldn't introduce much. So my name is Dr. Suraj Nair. I am a graduate from the Medical School Foundation, that is in Philippines, and I have graduated in September 2023, and followed by which in Jan 2024 I gave my FMG and I was able to clear it. Currently I am doing my internship in Pune and it is going well because internship is okay, fine. And so yeah, so in this video let's discuss about two groups. The one group will be the ones which like the ones who are gonna give FMG in December 2024, and the others would be those who are gonna give FMG in next year, that is for the juniors who will be giving it in the June 2025. Okay, so for December batch, uh, we have around 5 to 10 days in October and 1 month November. First of all, let's assume the exam is in December, because like during our time it was told it was supposed to be on December 20 if I'm not wrong, and but later on it was postponed to I think Jan 20 something, 1 month का postpone किया था. So but here I'm not giving any official statements. मतलब मेरा कोई है नहीं NMC में जिधर से मुझे कोई खबर मिला है, but let's assume for safe side कि December first week में ही होगा exam. So let's consider a date December 5th को exam है. So and accordingly we'll plan the like for the rest of the time. So abhi if we have roughly around 40 days we have. So let's try to do 2 more revisions in these 40 days. So I have made a small plan for this. If you like, you can like follow this plan. It is thoda tight since we have just 40 days, but if you follow this you'll be able to do 2 more revisions. So next 5 to 6 days from October till November, and November ka 12th till November 12th. So we have roughly around 20 days. 20 days mein let's do our second revision. Now why did I say second revision? I'm assuming that you guys might have already done your first revision, so this might be your second revision. Vesa. So till November 12th we have finished with our second revision. From 13th November till 25th November, that is around 10 to 12 days, we'll do our third revision. Now in this revision, like the third session, if you feel कि कोई subject है, some minor subjects जैसे ऑप्टा या रेडियो, ऐसा कोई सब्जेक्ट है which you feel कि you are strong and you're able to solve the question, so it's okay. If you want, you can skip those subjects for revision and focus more on those subjects which you are weak in. And how will you know about that? You have to give grant tests. So I'm assuming कि you might have already started giving grant tests. If not, start giving grant tests every week. At least every Sunday you have to give grant test for the next, if the exam is in December first week, at least you have to give 5 or 6 more grant tests. So you'll get you'll be able to analyze yourself where you are standing, which subjects you are weak in, all those things. Okay, so that was the third revision, and now we have last 10 days from 25th November to December 5th if the exam is in December. So last 10 days what to do? Now instead of going through all the notes again and again, I would suggest do passive learning. So what is passive learning is, go through the PYQs. Just मतलब PYQs को रट्टा मार लो. मतलब अभी रट्टा मारो मीन्स ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ क्वेश्चन पढ़ा, हाँ ए है इसका आंसर, ए रट्टा मार, ऐसा नहीं. बिकॉज आई नो आई हैड सम ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स हु हैड डन दोस थिंग्स. वैसा करोगे तो उड़ जाओगे भाई, फिर मतलब फिर बोलोगे कि रट्टा मारा था. वैसा नहीं है. यू हैव टू रीड द क्वेश्चन, understand the question, read the options, understand the options, and then look at the correct answer. After that, you have to read the explanation as well, because sometimes even from the explanation next year the questions can come. So go through the explanation as well. Once you're done with that, PYQs, FMG PYQs at least last 5 years, NEET PG at least 3 years, and NICT at least 3 years. All these PYQs you have to do. And even if you haven't started, start now. No, don't wait for the last 10 days. Start now itself. Once you finish, along with your revision, read your notes, solve the question. Read your notes, solve the question. At least solve 100 to 200 questions on a daily basis. In that, you can add PYQs as well. If you're solving 200, solve 100 MCQs, normal and MCQs, and solve 100 PYQs. So that subject wise you'll be able to cover that way. So last 10 days you have to do PYQs, do MCQs, and if you have made any 20th notebook, you can if you're getting any wrong answers in the MCQs, you can note down those topics. If you feel those are volatile topics, you are constantly forgetting those topics, you can note down in the 20th notebook, and then eventually you can revise them. After that, let's jump to the last day, last one day before the exam. From my personal experience, I remember, because I was in so much panic mode, I was stressed like hell. And because my feeling was, honestly, if I tell, अरे यार मेडिसिन में मैंने वो पढ़ा था, वो मुझे याद था, अभी की याद नहीं आ रहा है. Then फिजियो में मैंने वो पढ़ा था, यार याद था, but अभी क्या हो. All these feelings are normal. Like, if you have studied enough, and if you have solved the questions, if you have understood the concept well, I think during the exam, if you read the question, you will eventually mark the right answer. So last moment mein those emotions and all those stress and all is normal. I would say don't stress out much, because like even my seniors told that time ki don't stress out, sleep enough, like take good hours of sleep. But I didn't do that, because I was in tension, and I was sitting all late till late night. I was studying, I was solving questions. Then early morning we have to go for exams. I was so tired during that's what I realized. That was one of my lessons I learned. Ki last one day before exam, sleep enough. Don't be sleep deprived. You'll feel so much tired during the exam. Then you'll kind of you can lose your focus. But anyways, with God's grace, I was able to clear. That's why I'm just sharing my experience. Don't do the mistakes which I did. And so last one day, according to me, best plan would be do these two things. पीडिया का milestones कर लो, and enzymes जो है biochemistry के rate limiting enzymes and all those main enzymes. Do these two things and सो जाओ. Take good enough sleep of at least 7 hours. सो जाओ, and सुबह you go get up early and go for the exam, like that. See, eventually, if all these times you have studied enough, so one day क्या ही उखाड़ लोगे तो. And to all this time, if you haven't studied, तो भी कुछ तुम उखाड़ने वाले एक दिन में. तो don't take too much tension. It's okay, it's fine. Just go, give your best, and just leave it. So that was for December 2024 batch. I hope everyone clears, and let's see. Now moving on to June or July 2025. So question which I got was, now June 2025, if we assume the exam is, we roughly have around 7-8 months we have in our hands. So I'll share my experience, what I did during my time. Even we had my exam was in January. I started my preparation, if I'm not wrong, in May or June. So even I had around 7-8 months. So what I would suggest is, what I did was, last 7 months, 2 months out of the 7, I was in Philippines back then. So that time I had joined a class which was offline class, and it was so the faculty had come to Philippines and they were teaching us some of the subjects. So in the 2 months, out of the 7, 2 months, we had covered around 5 to 6 subjects, if I'm not wrong. 5 to 6 subjects like patho, optha, ENT, biochem, all these subjects. Some of the subjects we had already covered in Philippines itself before my graduation. So that was helpful for me, I think, because, and I would even suggest my juniors and whoever is planning to give June attempt, I would suggest to start now itself, because this is the best time. It is not too early, it is not too late. 7-8 months are good enough to clear the exam with good marks. Not just pass, with good marks. You can even get 200 plus. The main thing is you have to choose your source right now. That is the main point. Don't delay it too much, because right now we have various sources. Now some of my juniors even ask me like what to choose: Mist, Prep Ladder, Marrow. We have Arise, all these things. We have a lot of options. So I won't here. I'm not promoting any platform here, but I would my suggestion would be, you have to think about it yourself. Like what, in which mode you have to continue with your preparation. Because I wanted offline classes, that's why I went for offline classes. If you're comfortable with online, if you think you are sincere, yeah, even after going home, if you are sincere enough to like sit in front of your iPad or laptop doing online lectures, then it's fine. Mist is a very good platform. Even Marrow is good. Marrow is the best, according to me. But the thing is, Marrow is vast. So even I had this plan to like do online lectures before I thought of offline. I had this plan of doing online. So I thought, why not, like I had Marrow subscription, why I should continue that only. Why should I go and join Mist again, then again starting set? I would just continue Marrow. But the problem with Marrow is it is very vast. Mainly Marrow is for NEET, PG and INI-CET, that level. So the content is vast. The thing is, during FMG we just have 6 to 7 months. We have to, last 3-4 months maybe, we have to revise all these subjects. 19 subjects ko revise karna from Marrow is very difficult task. It is difficult, I won't say it is impossible, because I have my good friends, like close friends, who they didn't join any class. Like they didn't join Mist, they didn't join the class which I joined, they didn't join any offline other classes. They had Marrow subscription, they continued with Marrow subscription, and they were able to clear. Like some of them even got like better marks than me. So it is not impossible to do from Marrow. Only thing is, you should be that much dedicated. You should give your time, and you should be sincere enough to like not waste time. Because offline hai to kaisa hai, you have to go to the class. Online hai to you are sitting at home, so you should be sincere enough. So it depends on you. Online, if you take my suggestion still, I would say, or if you want an online class, go for Mist. If you think you don't like, if you don't want to put money, if you have Marrow already, then continue with Marrow. But keep in mind these things. Marrow is vast, so you have to be sincere enough to give enough time for revision and all those things. So you have to finish the portion early so that you can start the revision. And offline, I've heard Arise is also conducting some offline classes, and there are various offline sources. So I won't tell कि ये source अच्छा नहीं है, वो source अच्छा है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Everyone, like all the platforms, they teach us the same thing. There are the way of teaching is different. So I think this would be my suggestion. Just think what you want, what way are you comfortable with. Okay. So that was about choosing the platform. And now how many hours time. Let's talk about time management. Like I'll tell, when I was back in Philippines, we had our postings, then weekends we had class. So classes would be morning, it would start around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or maybe 10 o'clock. Then sham ko till 6, 7 the classes were there. So hardly I used to get any time to study, properly sit and study. So what I used to do is, if I have this FMG ka classes, what I'll be doing is, after the class, for example, if class is getting over at 6:30 or 7, from 7 to 9, 1 or 2 hours, I'll just take a rest, I'll do some time pass, all those things. From 9 to maybe 11:30 or 12, right, like around 2 and a half or 3 hours, I'll sit and study whatever is taught in the class. I never did anything extra, or if patho is going on, I used to aaj patho sikha hai, jo sikha hai, I'll try to finish those things. But the thing is, like, you won't be able to finish the whole day ka content in just 2 to 3 hours. So what I used to do, 2 to 3 hours mein I'll do half of those content, and next day morning I'll get up. If 10 baje exam, 10 baje if I have the class, so 7 o'clock I'll get up, and I used to from 7 to 9 I used to study the rest of the whatever portion was left from the previous day. So what what my strategy was, I just followed my day-to-day thing, means whatever daily they taught, I used to revise. That was my first revision, I would say. And if you follow this, I think you'll be able to recall later, because if you attend lecture, then you'll keep the book, then do teen subject ho gaya, then later on you started revising, then everything will be again fresh for you. So better than that, just revise daily whatever is taught to you in the class. That would be good. And to give a number, roughly I used to study around 5 hours max when I was back in Philippines. Then after my graduation, I think September last week something, I came home and I went to Chennai for my offline classes. And after even in Chennai, around in 2 to 3 months, they had finished our portion. And November ending, I came back home. I was like, I wanted home, and I'm a bit more into that comfort zone. Like if I want to study comfortably, I have to be at home. So I came back home. So at home, I used to study for around 11-12 hours. It's not only home, even when I was in Chennai, other than classes and this my self study including, it will be around 11 to 12 hours. So one easy strategy would be, like, I am not early in the morning 4 o'clock and all, मेरे से नहीं जमता है उठना वगैरह. So what I used to do is I'll get up at around 7:30, 8 o'clock. From 8 I used to study from 8 say 8:30 tak, I'll do the breakfast and all those things. From 8:30 to 12:30 would be my first session. That would be around 4 hours. After that, from 12:30 to 1:30, I'll take a lunch break. आराम से 1 hour का you can take a lunch break. Second session would start from around 1:30 till evening 6:30. I used to study. Yeah, this is a bit long session, so beach में you can take that 5-10 minutes का break इधर उधर you can take. But 1:30 to 6:30 is one session. Okay, so morning में you studied 4 hours. दोपहर को evening का it is total 5 hours. Then take a good break. Take अभी 6:30 तक you were studying. From 7:30, 8:30, 6:30 से maybe 7:30, 8 तक you can take a good break. Go for a walk. If you go to the gym, go do workout. Something it's better to do some activity just to freshen up. And from 8:30 to 9, do your dinner. From 9 to 12 is the third session of our study. So that will be around 3 hours. So this will, in total, it will make around 12 hours, roughly around 12 hours. So even after, even at 12 night, if you sleep till 7, you can sleep. Means good 7 hours of sleep you are getting. You're not even कि ऐसा 4-5 घंटे सोया ऐसा कुछ नहीं. 7 hours you're sleeping. That is also good enough, and you're able to study for 12 hours. It is more than enough. And then there was another question about relocating, like whether to sit at home and study or go to some offline class. Now, like I said before, choosing your platform is your own thing. If you think you are sincere enough ki being at home, at home means it is your comfort zone. Your mom, dad, they'll be there to pamper you, they'll be there to give food and all those things. If you think I was that kind, because food and all was very important for me, so that's why I came back home in November itself. That's why. But I was able to manage. But there are some there were some of my friends who thought कि घर पे गए तो they'll do more time pass, they'll go out and all those things. So they stayed back in Chennai itself. So that is up to you now. What fits for you. You have to think and make a decision right now. And 7 months are more than enough to get a good score in Fmge. So don't worry about it. Choose the platform now, and just trust the source. Whatever you are doing, just don't go here and there. Okay, idhar se bhi padha, udhar se bhi padha. You'll end up getting confused. So just choose one platform and trust them. Go with the flow, and I think you'll be able to ace the exam. So all the best, guys. And if you have any questions or any doubt or anything related to Fmge or anything, you can message me anytime on my Instagram handle. I'll be putting the link here. And do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.